Good morning and good evening, viewers from around the world, wherever you're joining me from. I'm Bolakum of Akumdi Studio in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today is a very special presentation that I'm trying to highlight on behalf of two great friends, Thon Chol and Kier Machar. The first time when they had a chance to meet Garang and members of the SPLM. What is so fascinating about this story is the fact that so much has not been recognized as part of our contribution as the Lost Boys. We, the Lost Boys, contributed to many great stories in United States and elsewhere around the globe. Our contributions has been seen in documentaries, in talk shows, in books, and in many other forums of great importance. What is not being recognized by either the current government or people back in South Sudan is our contribution. We contributed to the success of the referendum itself, and we contributed to many different rallies across different public forums. With this show that I'm about to show you, the Thon Chol and my friend Kier and many other Lost Boys that were there. Their presence to Garang mean a lot. It means the whole world to him. In their meeting, they had asked so many questions, and Garang acknowledged their contribution, giving them the recognition that our presence in the United States and elsewhere is another front. And he called this specific Lost Boy contribution as the 7 fronts of the movement struggle. So without spending more time deliberating on this story, I'll let you see what I personally saw, and I was so impressive and could not hold myself with that piece of information, because given my capacity and ability to be able to provide my media service, I think putting an airtime on this story is worthy of my time.
It's a good place.
It's a good place, yeah. They have really welcomed us with a warm welcome. We really appreciate it. Yeah.
You can go up there.
Okay.
Baby. Okay, Bill, I want you to come with me, okay? Let me see your fingers spread, okay? Set, took. Go. Come here.
Took
Bitch. That's right. One. Yeah.
Good job.
Great.
You've done it.
Ma, you look cute, kid. Ginger. The chicken. Chicken. How are you? See? Lên muốn là anh nhàn tiếng rồi là cho bên thu cho là kìa Kier bar thu ba 1 2 3 ba quên mà Kier cứ chẳng bắt được bây giờ xuống it was 20 but they look like 23 Hey, see 20 again. 27. Oh, 27. Okay. Good. Okay. Yep, 27 exposure. Oh, okay. You're good for okay. Okay.
What did you go to? Bathroom?
Okay, I show you. Yeah, you go this way. You can see the sign there. That's wrong.
Yes, Safinas,
Go and take a picture.
Excuse me. Do you mind I take a picture of you? Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm taking a picture right now of this.
Okay.
Well,
Sure, you can say.
This is Washington DC. We are on the hotel.
Smile. Make it close to get a nice close face. Right.
Oh, that Laura talk. I think.
You say your name?
My name is Angelo. Then
Son of Laura.
I'm one of a lost boy from Michigan State in Grand Rapids, and we came yesterday night to meet our people from New Sudan. We're still waiting for them now. We meet two of them and we meet them later on.
Good speech. Mariel Benjamin.
From Washington?
Yeah, from
Brother to
Virginia.
George.
Virginia, okay.
Brother to George. Nasruddin Yahtal from Maryland.
Thank you.
That's Kier, Machar from Grand Rapids.
Mr. William Chol from Grand Rapids. I just came yesterday. The same which was Angela has said.
Thank you.
James Van Shore from Michigan, from Sudan or whatever.
Kormedit.
Where did you come from?
Cormidor.
Halim Mohammed, SPLM the National Democratic Alliance in the USA.
Thank you.
Matthew was Sudanese lay minister at St. Mark Lutheran Church in Grand Rapids, Michigan. God bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is George Machar Benjamin. SPLM, SPLA. Coming from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Thank you.
Take it for him so that he can introduce himself.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
From Dutch, from North Michigan. Thank you.
Angelo.
He was the one who was doing the tapping.
Angelo, do you know what? I need.
What about
Yeah.
In the north. That's fine.
Chal, I don't know, most people you are very much interested in talking to the youth.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
Yeah, good at that encouragement.
That is very important.
Which is bad.
Nó không còn nhiều quá. Long time. Cho là gai gì đổi.
Gai
gì đổi.
gì đổi.
Gai gì đổi.
Gì đổi.
Gai gì đổi.
Gì? Gì đổi.
Yeah, gai gì đổi. Thế còn cái.
Oh, gì đổi.
Gì đổi.
Ah, nè.
Yeah. Thế còn cái sell cái 85.
85.
85.
Okay, okay. Ang gua dan ang pay.
Yeah, pay này này đó.
Hey man. Huh? Anda كويس؟ أنا كويس. شردت؟ أبدا. أنا لسه في الميدان. أنت لسه في الميدان؟ أيوه. يا زلمة. When we came, زمان معنا ضرب. ضرب جا شاف البلد ده. قال لي هذا جنة. لا يا أخي ما جنة. كمان مشاكل. شوي سشيرة تحت الكوبري. عربيين شوف الناس مش حاطين ده. بيقولوا يا جنتك. يا جنتك. أصلا إني جيت جنة دارك. يا دكتور. Long time no see, no talk. Thank you. Good camp. They must be doing that. That is true. تفضلوا. In the bit. Tiga tiel benin ma? Mana? Now you Malaysia living When you are ready, tell me. Michigan. Okay, be a year long come at all, not know manage about you. Okay. But we won the Albanese and the okay. You want to take a picture?
No, I mean like this.
How long does it take to drive?
Something like 12 hours.
12 hours. Right.
That's right.
And you sleep on the way?
No.
خلاص ما أحسن طيارة.
طايرة قوي.
قوي كمان. طاير قوي. توجيه بيبان.
Ini baru biasa kan.
Yes, it's also sightseeing.
Yeah. Okay. What are you doing? Are you working? Well, you're babysitting.
God mana?
Check that one. That's great. You want to go back? Yeah, man, the Kabir, the Salayah. The Kabir. Those boys that guy in Marketing.
Yeah.
How many?
The number. The number we see the data company.
كيف يا ياسر؟ لقيت البتاع؟ لقيت انا جبتها.
اوكي جود اوكي.
يا اخي الاجتماع ده نعمله يعني نحن نعرف ماشي نحن نعمله نكسب الزمن. Oh, okay. It's a long time. How to collect you people back the Pukon
Bi itu kan konjen. Gua mau tunjuk gua. Kuda. Kemudian dengan Thailand ke nama. Oh no, okay. Get Kier. Can you hold that? I want to take pictures. Okay.
Okay, look how yeah, come give us one.
You don't have meeting?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thon, bottom. Yeah, okay. Boleh okay?
Mine doesn't work. Are you sure?
So maybe I might run out.
Jalan-jalan sek. It's a girl? It's a girl. Just regard. It's all right, cover. Yeah, through.
One thing they was
meeting that some delegate, no, to see some of the people, because some people are very eager to see you and then talk to you.
You good? You follow it?
Yeah, close.
So it's and then 24th we should be back in Washington.
A good question right here, because like on information, they let long ago. So we need to be informed and what is happening and all that stuff. And so most of the youth, in terms of copy, then I thought, compare and pin and I on it, couldn't pay the money on it. Don't I want it, I go out, garden and your neck or Jan can walk out dinner. They go on or they can encourage all the time because young and rich and building of the nation is part of it. And so much I teach your thought, go and or dinner to get the man. Ni dere ko no dere ko le chum dere ko la ni dere la ro she live in time to the content wedding tournament as far as the movement is concerned. The merchant need to want tournament is something very great. More than appreciate long. Go they collar how it happened and how it is going right now and what are the successes in it, because youth going in, all the most of the victims are us, and we are facing a lot of consequences right now. Some of us still cheering for a long time, for like 12 years without even meeting their parents or even knowing in Neki and and just people like you. Did you tell me I would did dodge and tell Matthew on Canada grown up in Michigan. Refugee camps for a long time right now. It's just a matter of being uncommon logic trying to take a young. As you grow, the more you understand how life is. So it's very difficult.
Very difficult. On top of that too, because most of us arrived earlier 2001. And you might have heard that some people say that America look like some of the money that came from this country. And if people go into reality, it's not the matter exactly that. It actually look like that, but the problem, everything depends on what we do. For instance, we came here for a purpose. And everything that we get from here, and when we made up like our people, so long as we are in this country, we know what we do. I had commented from Maria that you are very much interested in encouraging some of us who are in this country. So some of us are looking forward to be like people like you. Good education, quality education. The only thing that we can take back from here is only education. And it's actually fascinating, most of us and people encourage us. So every child learns when you get the support from his father. Regardless of rain or anything, but you are like your father. Whatever sort of piece of advice that you gave us can encourage us in this country, can let us grab a good opportunity in this country. There are very many here, but sometimes there are a lot of things that interrupt. If sometimes you came across a piece of advice, then you know what to do.
Take that chair. That one is your chair. The one.
Oh, you sit
down. Sit down.
Kier.
Food is different.
Yeah.
The way of life is different.
So it's different. Most of us feel like homesickness, and sometimes they just live themselves like our fathers and our counselors and our case workers. So we really work together and we really appreciate that. One of the good things that
Now in you call it your company, is there a program for education?
The one that brought us.
What do they do? What facilities do they give you?
I can answer that. Basic Christian Services provides resettlement and find positive care homes for the youth, provide independent living, and we encourage youth to follow their educations. And most of the lost boys, they are in school right now. Some of them are in high school, some of them are in college, and we provide financial support until the age of 19 or 20. They get about $500 a month, and we provide special friends, volunteers, case workers, social workers. They have contact. We provide group counseling and a lot more. And most of the youth perform very well, and they adjusted into American culture. And we really value the Sudanese kids. They speak good language. They have energy. They have interest in education. And a lot of them, they show sign of, maturity. Because in Michigan, all of them are in school. When you
most of them, all of them are
in school. Yes.
In college, you have like 54 students.
And we provide life skill trainings. We had counselors go home, individual homes every week to teach them skills.
The foster families, American families.
Yes.
Most.
Yeah, most.
Yes. Don't they also foster to Sudanese families that have come before?
If they have required, if they ask for, then there will be.
We don't have a lot of Sudanese family there. It's only me, Matthew, and some other family. And George.
My
George families are in Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah. And we can also have foster some of the kids, but some Sudanese don't have houses because we have been settled here for about five years, and it's very difficult for us to have some kid in your house. You're renting an apartment, be two-bedroom apartment.
How is the interaction of these kids, which now are being called lost boys? How do they interact? Can they come together? Can they have functions of their own? Can they interact with the other Sudanese?
We have.
Or it is left to the individual to behave the way he would.
We have group counseling twice a month, on the Monday, that bring all the Sudanese lost boys. They interact during that group, and they interact individually. And we have some occasions. Sometimes we organize party, and we have sometimes organize a visit to each other, and we have a support group within Basic Christian Services, and also individual churches involved to go around, provide some volunteers, and various needs when need comes.
We have also association at school, like in colleges we form some association, like Sudanese student association. Also besides that, we have also a sport association whereby people come together for different sport activities. Whereby the minors and the majors will track together and they work together.
Well, as far as
are there people graduating from minors to majors?
Those who are now 19 years, and I think 3 of them here, 3 of us are 19. Next, by the 31st of December this year, they will graduate, and by the 1st of next year, they are free people. They get out of the program.
Okay.
And by that time, now they would have, of course, been established. They have been. This is why they teach them life skills training, so that when they are independent later, then they can know how to handle their life and cope in society.
They would have the skills.
Yeah, they would have skills. And by that time, some of them will be going to the college. Like William is already in college. And others are about to graduate from high schools. And those who are doing GED and high school completion can also join colleges. And they can now apply for student loans or for financial aid from the colleges they go to. And then they can work at the same time, just like other people do in this country. And so they continue with their education and will work. But at this time, they are now full-time students. They have been allowed to work in part-time jobs, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, or 10 hours a week, things like that. And this money they get, the organization sees with that they open their bank accounts, and that they save some of their money in their accounts. They are shown how to operate their accounts and how to keep their accounts and so on, how to go for shopping, how to use coupons, so that you
very important. They don't
minimize something.
And there was no management of finance.
Yeah.
So in this place it is money. If you don't have money, you are in difficulty. So you have to know how to manage your pounds and all that.
That thing.
And life skill program provides hunger management, money management, and so on. Because most of the kids, they've been in refugee camp for 8 years, and they came with different trauma, like they went through war, hunger, diseases, and when they were in the camp, there were no adult supervisions. And those, life skill program provides all kind of counseling. And when we see a sign of stress, depression, we provide individual counseling to each of the minors.
Now, with the majors, when they go out, do they go and continue education, or do they look more or less for work and all that?
Our program encourage education. Those majors who come to Lutheran social services, Catholic human services, they come and they spend like 4 months under them, but they have to find jobs within 4 months, 3 months to 4 month period, and then they can have full-time job. They can support themselves. At the same time, they can go to school. But that program is a different one. It's different than ours, but it's very hard for majors to cope with, full-time employment and going to school at the same time. But they are making it. I've seen a lot of them went to college, they're working during the night and they go to school during the days. Yeah. But for minors, it's not like that.
What about their communication? Now your communication with home. Do you look for somebody whom you know is a relative in Khartoum, in Cairo, in Nairobi, in Uganda, in Ethiopia, in the south even you can get in Juba and Wow, Malakal, because are there people who look from these miners and the majors? Do they look for their close relatives who are in Sudan, or the attitude there? I was a miner and I'm keeping to myself.
Yeah, that's a very great question, and I first of all talk to you about it, how we meet our relatives and our parents. For sure, most of us are trying to make contact with them, and me personally, it has been a long time since I've met my relatives and my parents. And for sure, since I'm here in the US, I'm trying all the way possible to at least get all of them, find out where they are. And so, with my friends who have most of them are found I'm trying all of this possible to to find where they will play for this region. My parents are not student material. I'm trying to find out how they will come out of that place. So there is a direct contact, but not very direct, but it's very rare through the employees, through the NGOs, they are having that relationship. Because they have direct contact with people back home. They know all villages, not just in the cities. In the villages, that's where most of the people are. We are from. And so to get to know where they are, they have to
I noticed that some people, those who have now the US passport, they go to Sudan, some go to marry, come back. Thompson, what is his name? Son of one in South Dakota. He rang me yesterday and said he went to Sudan, he went and married, and he'll come back with his wife. Now, do such people pass information to you before they leave? That look, I'm going to Sudan, if you have messages, let me carry them.
Well, the problem is not all of us know each other here in the U.S., especially with us, with the people who just came recently. Not very many people know where we are. And so when we left in the camp, we didn't know where they were. And so when we came here, we don't know us. So we have to find where they are so we are. So it's very rare for them to inform us. Otherwise, they can just inform the people they know, but with us, it's not good.
In fact, some people can do it that way if they know one another, or if they are relatives. When somebody is going to Sudan, he can say, "I'm going." But specific agency is providing those services. This is one of the MCO.
Yeah, okay, MCIO?
MCIO,
yeah. Michigan Children Institute of Observations.
Yeah. And by that, when we are placed in the form, they are second.
You read it? They have come?
They are just one
Let me have a meeting with these guys.
Yeah. So the report direct them all them little protect Sudan or another part of the so they give
you people were saying you wanted to meet us, myself, what is it that you want to discuss with unity? We have made a declaration 6th of January this year. We have followed with these two other documents, which we call Addendum 1, Addendum 2. Now, the movement is one. We are coming to tell you, you unite, and if you are going to form chapters, form one chapter in the locations you are in as SPLM chapter, and then work together. You mend fences among yourselves. This is the message we are bringing to you, and we would would want you to contribute into this. Any little thing you have, even if you have $1, contribute it. If it reaches there, it is a lot of money that can make people do the political work and even buy uniform for the soldiers, boots for the soldiers, and another thing that the movement needs. We believe that your coming to the U.S. here is also an asset. You know, it is an asset. You can contribute positively to the movement. So if you people have questions towards unity, yes, I would answer.
Before they may ask questions, yes, that was of course a very important part.
Yeah.
So that you come and brief us about the developments that have just taken place, as you have just told us, because that helps in actually uniting our people and bringing people together. And when they hear it from the leaders directly, the impact is more than when other people go and say, yes, this is what has happened. People have heard it, people have read it on the internet and all that. People know that has happened. But a special meaning and a special force is given to it when it is heard directly from the leaders saying it. So that's why we actually wanted you, both of you. The other thing is that these boys who in Michigan in particular, they were highly received by the community, the American community.
Okay.
And they have supported them a lot, and they continue to support them. The community, the churches, the schools, even the schools, we never enrolled black boys before, American boys. The first black boys to go to those schools are the Sudanese boys. We want them also from you to thank the community there and the churches there for what they are doing for our kids, because that puts them more closer to us and makes them to do more for them in terms of supporting them so that they can achieve their education. And to the kids themselves, to focus on education as people who will go and build that country later, because there has been a long time without proper schools, at least in South Sudan. So the engineers, the teachers, the word and all this will mostly come from them. And if they don't do it here, then they have not done their mission. And they want their leaders, of course, to encourage them that way. And to go back, you and Dr. Garang, you are also examples of people who went and studied abroad. You studied in Britain, and you did your PhD, and you came back to your country. That education is helping in what you are doing now. It is the same for Dr. Garang. He came to this country just like them, and he studied and he succeeded also. So if you can do it, they can also. Yeah, they want to hear these words from you, and then we go and show to them. This is what the leaders are saying, and they see it themselves. Yeah, and we pick from there.
I want to say something. Second to that one, like most of us deferred away from our parents since we were like 5 years, and we don't know like the leaders of the movement. Some knew them like whenever we meet like in Fenyando. Most of us don't know like who is who in the movement, and they want to know like by introduction, this is Mr. X, like that one in the movement, like most of us like that one, you see. So whenever we came to that one, they say like go and take a picture, and then bring it back to us so that we will know who is who in the movement by introduction or whatever like that one. So that is why most of the people are eager like to see most of you. So yeah, because we deferred away from our parents while we were a little bit like 5 years without knowing what is going on in the movement. But now we have came to it, so we know what is going on. But we don't know who are like the people who run the movement. So we want to know.
Touch base, yeah.
Addition to that, most of us, like Ray was having the number of us in Michigan, we have a population big number. Minor, like major, and both, like when our case was that's of us. They want us to know when we go back to what you need saying to us. It means that like giving to us, do you cutting anyone when somebody there going back to Africa, Kenya, and where like most of us first are in mine in Kosapar, and then the time when Mother say that this is the time for sleeping, you should do all your homework, and then you don't have free time to know who's leaving tomorrow to Africa. But for you people who was now, the time you came over here, they had that, they get it in the internet about reacts and John Garang, they came, and they will be invited to this. It was native to come here to meet both of you, and we get it the time, if not based, which is happening this week. So.
We have also always used your example. Somebody who came to the United States, to this country, more or less in their age, and you came and did your education here, and whatever you are doing for the country, for the people now, has a lot to do with the education and the skills you acquired in this country. So your success here, you could have succeeded in those days, and when probably you were alone, with no support of other colleagues, why could they not do that? And I'm telling them that. The people of Michigan, also the community, the Americans, welcome them a lot. All the churches, all the schools, even schools which were predominantly white schools, they never saw black boys in those schools except one of these kids now. And so there was an overwhelming generosity from the people, and they are continuing to support them, and they really want them to succeed. The people, they have had that you have come, and that we were coming, and about 7 churches said they were doing prayers for your mission here in America, and for us, and for the Sudan, and that maybe something good will come out of this. And so they are following. Even there are press people who are at standby. They had wanted us to know the time. We thought the public meeting was going to take place tomorrow, so that they could tell some of their colleagues who are here to attend that meeting and report to them. So that
it is scheduled for Sunday 4th.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the community there has been very receptive, and we will be glad if they can hear a word of thanks.
There is also one for Iowa.
Okay.
On the 23rd, so it depends on which is closest.
Okay.
You, Iowa, Ames, Iowa.
Yeah.
Or Washington, D.C.
He was in Iowa for about 7 years, I think.
He went to school there in Iowa, my BA there.
Where in Iowa?
In Des Moines, Iowa. I went to Grandview College.
Des Moines?
Yeah.
It's not far from where I went.
Yeah.
Grinnell College is just 55 miles away.
Yeah. So we'll be glad if the community will hear a word of gratitude for what they are doing for our kids. I hope we feel that would definitely encourage them to do more. And of course, the unity that we have achieved now in the movement with Brother Yak, and the coming in of those of the South. These are great developments for which they want to hear something about it. And what does that mean in terms of our projected achievement of our goals? And I really want to thank you again and to stop here, because we just really want to listen to you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother Machar. Well, first of all, I never seen him.
Thank you.
I greet you, and I'm happy to see you, that you are healthy, you are doing well. My first remarks really would be my vote of thanks to the communities that are taking care of you, the church groups, because it's a unique program that can benefit you as individuals, and it will benefit us as a community. When I was here in the 1960s, there was something called foreign exchange student program. That was done on an individual basis, maybe 2, 3 from the country. But this, you are talking about thousands of people from one country. So that's a significant investment in human beings. And I'm, of course, the happiest person because this program of education is very close to my heart. The example you give about me is correct because we wandered. I left the Sudan when I was very small. I had finished first year from back. I must have been 17, 18 years old. When I went into exile, became a refugee, wandered around Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, ended up in Tanzania. It was not an easy situation, but wherever you have set goals, that's very important. Set goals to achieve. As they say, wherever there is a will, there is a way. And so, once your goals are set, and with some help from here and there, from individuals, from groups of individuals, even through prayer, the Christians pray, and things do happen, miracles do happen. So whatever your faith is, to trust in something, to have hope, you'll be able to find a way through your difficulties. So I want to thank the families, the communities, the church groups, the organizations that are taking care of the boys. It is a major investment in our future, because it is the youth that are the future of any society. What do to you, the lost boys, to the youth, that this is an opportunity. Opportunities don't knock many times on your door. Fursa, the opportunity has knocked on your door. You take full advantage of it. There are lots of opportunities in this country. Bill Kasarani will not take advantage of them. I think few opportunities was here. When I was going to school in Iowa, I worked even during the school days. I used to wash dishes. The minimum pay at that time was $1.25. So I washed dishes in the college.
Yes.
And to make pocket money, because I had nobody. Yes. There were, of course, people who helped me in terms of the school fees. I had a scholarship from Garang, through tuition waiver. And there are people in Minnesota, good people in Tracy, Minnesota, and some friends in California who helped in paying for the room and board. But I had to work for my pocket money. And so I worked washing dishes in the college. During summers, I worked, one time I worked in a Pepsi-Cola bottling company in Tracy, Minnesota. Another summer I worked on a farm in Tracy also. The third summer I worked with the Minnesota Conservation Department. At that time the president was Lyndon Johnson, and Lady Bird, his wife, had a program of beautifying America. And so we planted a lot of trees for the beautification of America. We worked in game parks or game reservations in Minnesota. We fed animals in these game reserves. We planted trees, we weeded trees, brown trees. We went and sprayed for mosquitoes in the swamps of Minnesota. Oh, why Bamble Burush? It's pocket money. And so there are opportunities to make money and to earn an education. The primary goal here is to get an education. That's the key to everything. So set your goals, study, develop yourself all around. If I were to go to school again, I would learn a lot of things. I would learn carpentry, blacksmithing, electricity, because these are very useful in life. Even without learning them, in Khartoum, I made my own dining table. And it was quite professional for my I went to buy, to look for it in the market, and a good one would cost, according to them, they said $1,500, which at that time was very expensive. 1 pound was $2.8. So you're talking about over $3,000. Terrible. So I decided to do it myself. And by the time I finished, good table, 6 seta karasi bejai, one at the top, and one at the other top, 14 shares. And I did the shares myself. Configuration of a table. Arba Quran, if you know your angle is 90 degrees. Just look at it. And you buy the Formica. By the time I finished it, the whole thing cost me less than $100. Kula haji. But the first alaikum is for you to learn. Thirdly, do not forget your roots. The zuru. A tree, shajara, a tree with deep roots can a strong wind comes. It will shake it, but it will not knock it down. But if a tree has shallow roots, wind comes, it is not a powerful one. It will blow it out, it will tumble, it will fall. So if you are in this country, you are exposed to all sorts of influences, some of them vices. In this country, one of the biggest problems in this country is drugs. This is something the youth should stay away from. Drugs, alcohol, these are serious things that one can easily become alcoholic. There's lots of freedom here, and the mind is always curious. So you say, let me try this. You get hooked on and become addicted. So drugs can tell you, alcohol can tell you, television can tell you, watching TV, you don't budget your time. You can easily get diverted. But if you maintain roots with your society and have a sense of purpose in life, that you did not come, you came here to acquire an education, a shantarja, to help your people, to help your communities. So maintain contact with your people. So maintain contact with your people, with your society, and have a sense of purpose that you have come here temporarily to acquire an education and to go back. You know our situation. It's a situation of war. Our people have struggled, very hard to struggle for 17 years, and now for another 19 years. That is 36 years. Out of 46 years of independence, we have lost generations to illiteracy. We are trying to rectify that. We are trying to correct that at home. We have developed something we call peace through development. There's an area also where you can help. We have articulated our vision for achieving peace in our country is on 3 tracks. Track 1 is a negotiated political settlement. This is what we have been doing in IGAD, to resolve the conflict through negotiations. The second one is to resolve the conflict through the modality of the NDA, the National Democratic Alliance. That's why they coming to the movement, merging with the South is significant. This is the first Northern Sudanese political grouping to merge with the SPLM and SPLM. And that's a major development. It has broken lots of psychological barriers that various oppressive regimes have erected among people. And the third track is peace through development. Peace through development, we are saying that we should not wait for peace in order to start socio-economic development in the areas which we are liberated. Development must start now. And the justification, the logic is simple. A child grows up, you are not going to wait for peace to educate him or to educate her. So you are now grown-ups. 19 years ago, some of you were not born. And if we were to wait for peace in order for you to have an education, you will never have that education. And so we have to open the schools, and I'm happy that to a very large degree this is succeeding. We now have more than 3,000 primary schools.
In the south.
In the New Sudan. South, Nuba Mountains, West Nile. 3,000 primary schools. We have 16 senior secondary schools. And we have just opened a university college with 2 faculties. Faculty of Agriculture in Yambia, and the Faculty of Education in Rumbek. When I was in Rumbek in January this year, I opened a girls' primary school, model one. Hilda Johnson, the Norwegian Minister for Overseas Development, whom I met in Rumbek, went to Yambio to open a girls' primary school. And so this program is taken off in a major way. In Rumbek County, in 1999, when the commissioner gave me a report of ox plowing, the Dinkas, the Nuers, the Shuluks, they love that cattle. It's almost criminal to have a cow pull a plow. And various governments have tried this program in the past to teach people ox plowing. And culturally, it just was unacceptable. But now ox plowing has been adopted. It started in Rumbek, it has expanded to Yerul, it has expanded to Tonj. By 1999, more than 3,000 families in Rumbek County were using ox plows. After Mutalada, that was 1999, 3 years ago. Now it has most likely doubled. That's a major achievement and a major development, peace through development of the track 3 process. We are replicating this all over the New Sudan. The technical coefficients in agriculture in our country, using muscle and hoe technology. That's what we have. Muscle and hoe. Per family is an average of 2 to 3 fedans. 2 to 3 acres. They eat a lot of fedan with usra, the family. If you introduce ox plowing, you can increase the acreage from say 2 fedans to 15 fedans per family. That's a revolution in agriculture. Of course, for advanced societies, they say, but what is this man talking about? The ox plowing, people will be talking about tractors. But you cannot replicate tractor farming. Not many people can afford it. Nobody can afford it. Not many people. Nobody can afford it.
It's not just that.
No, it cannot be. And if you want to do it, you can't. You simply don't have the capital to do so. And so we start with what can be afforded. What can be afforded, people now, is ox plowing. The oxen are there. There's lots of scrap iron that can be beaten into plows. So the plows are there, and in loose soils you can use wooden plows. That's what they use in Ethiopia. So all this is track 3. We are appealing to the international community. We are trying our best internally to generate revenues in order to run track 3 and provide social services. We are going to print money, because you cannot run a modern economy without money. Money is like a lubricant for the Arabia. It facilitates the functioning of any economy, any modern economy. So we'll issue the new Sudan pound. We hope it will come out before our next anniversary, before May 16th. Necessary plans have been done. Preparations for its implementation are underway. We also hope to open Radio SPLA also before the next anniversary, or at our next anniversary. And this will greatly enhance our situation. So that's peace through development. This country, the United States, is helping a lot in terms of the STAR program, for example. There's an allocation of this year of $20 million US dollars for education, 22.5 million for agriculture, and more of this will be coming in terms of track 3. My visits have been very successful here, and I have been emphasizing these 3 tracks. Track 1 negotiations, track 2 NDA, track 3 peace through development. I have preached the same gospel in the UK, the same gospel in Norway, the same gospel in Brussels. It does not change, and the same gospel here. And I'll keep repeating it. The way forward. So in Britain, I met Jack Straw, the foreign minister. I met Claire Short, the minister for overseas development. And in Norway, I met also the minister for overseas development, Hilde Johnson. And in Brussels, we met the ambassadors of the European Union and members of parliament and one commissioner. Here, today I met the Secretary of State, Power, and had also meetings at the White House, Deputy of Condoleezza Rice. They have been very successful meetings. So this is recognition in Europe, in America, and in Europe. So track 3 will continue. Track 2, I believe, is the way forward. That is the building of the NDA, the National Democratic Alliance. And we are bringing in, coming together with opposition groups in the north within the umbrella of the NDA. So SAF will become part of the SPLM, SPLA. It will change the SPLM, SPLA itself. It's a dynamic situation. Will continue to be under the umbrella of the NDA. It will also change the NDA. So the political process will be continue to move until we build ourselves in the NDA into a viable alternative for the NIF regime. When you say that Tuma is in NIF fundamentalists, part of Al-Qaeda, they are a terrorist government. Taliban. The Taliban of Africa, I call them. They don't like it, but it resonates. The Taliban of Africa.
Yes, that's a good language, Doctor.
And then somebody will ask you, what is the alternative to the NIF? You say it is the SPLM, SPLA, you say the Harka Junubia. The Southern movement, Africans, Christians, you cannot possibly take power in Khartoum. And so there will be doubt, and that is legitimate doubt about the viability of the SPLM and SPLA to rule in Khartoum. You say it is the Umar Party or the DUP, there will still be question marks that these people have no capacity and so forth. But when you put together the SPLM, SPLA, and the northern opposition, it's a powerful engine for changing the regime in Khartoum. And we are using all means. We are using armed struggle, we are using the forces of the Intifada, we are using diplomatic work as we are doing now. And we'll use a negotiated political settlement as a weapon of struggle. In 1999, Sadiq al-Mahdi came up with a robust document in the NDA and said the NDA should negotiate with the government. It was awkward for us to say we don't want to negotiate with the government because we as a movement are negotiating with the government in Israel. Again, Sadiq al-Mahdi introduced it as these negotiations for that Hakuma, the manner of reconciliation with the regime. And we say, no, you cannot reconcile with the regime, that would be surrender. That would be like asking Mandela to reconcile with apartheid. That's completely unacceptable and unnatural. So by negotiations, a negotiated political settlement, by negotiations we mean peaceful dismantling of the NIF regime, Tafkik, al-Hakuma, Jabal Islami. So it is dismantlement, using peaceful means, negotiating them out of power, just as was done in South Africa. So that will continue using all means, whether through negotiating them out peacefully or taking over in Khartoum as the NDA. All this must more. And it is possible to take over Khartoum by developing the NDA front in the east, developing the forces of the Intifada, coordinating between them. Mashkila with the Intifada of Madi is that it was not coordinated with the army struggle. And so it was always hijacked by some unscrupulous elite in Khartoum. This time they will not have that chance. Because none of the country, Jesh with guerrillas and some elements of the Sudanese army. We will work together to forge an alliance, just as we are forging alliances now with the NDA, merger with SAF, with SPDF, so that a robust opposition emerges out of all this that will be credible, that will be viable, and that will be seen to be the alternative to the NIF regime. Track 1, track 2 is predicated on removing the NIF regime. The NIF, some people say it can be reformed. It cannot be reformed. It's too deformed. It's too deformed to be reformed. People always say that it cannot be improved. It must be removed. A cancerous organization that must be cut off. In track 1, we negotiate with it. That does not contradict track 2 and track 3. If they can accept the tafkid, the trucks in there, I don't know, it is better so as to avoid war. That's generally our situation. The military situation in all the fronts is stable. The first front in Upper Nile, there is increasing unity of our forces and of our people. In Equatoria as well, in Bahr al-Ghazal, in the Nuba Mountains, and in southern Blue Nile, and in the eastern front. There is no way the government can defeat us militarily, although this is their program. You have a frontage that is 2,000 kilometers long from Nimuli to Port Sudan. How do you defeat guerrillas in such a large area? It's impossible. So we must remain focused. The only way we can be defeated is through us, through our differences, through our disunity, and so forth. We are solving this. So the opposition is increasingly becoming united, and we are consolidating that unity. Again, congratulations for this opportunity. You use it. Use it. Use it to you here and all the everywhere they are. I have another program. It's nice. It's good seeing you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm very glad to meet you today. This opportunity is one of a lifetimes. I met you in '88. We were together in Mangok in '87 because I was in S.Sudanese Valley. And when we heard that you were coming, Benjamin, Long Boy, and I decided to come drive about 12 hours from Michigan, you know the distance. And we want to hear from you what's going on, like what you tell us. We are really very glad that we meet you today. My issue, I want to mention to you that we want to stay connected with the movement. Because the Sudanese community in Michigan, Washington, in every state, they have more numbers. And you're being here and the increasing unity in that space, it motivates people, even not Sudanese alone, in the whole world. People know that, as you said, next year or next 2 years, something very good, the new Sudan will open in Sudan through your effort. And what I want to see up in here in the United States, that our representative here in Washington, I believe we have, we want to be connected. We want to know if there's new development going on, and then Sudanese who are in Michigan, in Tennessee, in Iowa, can be connected with us here, and if there's anything we can do. Right now in Michigan, the Lost Boys, the Sudanese community mobilize a lot of churches, individuals. We even contact our representative in Congress and senators to lobby in behalf of SPLA. And that is why we are here today, because as you said, we will not forget our roots. We know where we come and then we know where we're going. And to do that, we need your help, and also we need our help. We have to work together. Like the Lost Boys, everybody here, we were all volunteers. We were all in the front, and we were all fighting to defeat that government in Sudan. And we shall continue doing that. And I'm glad we get this opportunity to talk to you. And we will go back to Michigan and give the Sudanese community a report that we meet you. And I would like to mention that this is my last comment, that to continue doing the works for the moment. And if we have a representative here in Washington, we want to stay focused, and we want to even form the committee there in every state, that when an occasion like this comes, then people should know, and if we could raise funds for our cause back home. The Lost Boys community want such a thing to happen. And thank you.
Thank you. For the organization Tanzim with the diaspora, Commander Wani and Neil are here, Dr. Machar is here, Thon, and others. They will do this during this visit, so that we have a structure on the ground through which our people will relate to, through which their energies can be harnessed in support of the struggle.
Thank you, Gwandi, Dr. My name is Magic Boss. I'm Sudanese layman at St. Martin Church. We are very glad today to meet you. Today is my second time to see you, because I've been seeing you a long time.
When was the first time?
Long time, 1983. Today is my second time. I'm very glad. I'm very happy.
The first time you met?
Second time, yeah.
When was the first time?
Was first time? 1983.
Where was this?
Adura Senja.
Adura?
Yeah, Senja.
You are from Adura? Or?
Adura.
Kenya Jan?
Kenya
Which village?
Luanyagan and Manmagul Kolos.
Near Adura itself?
Yes, it's Manmagul, you know.
When you are going to
there.
Maybe the Kuntaru?
There's a Gabon. Yeah, where the border from there. Yeah, Gabon from Toronto.
Between the village that went to Sika with the Kuntaru or the Machar?
No, it's
Maria.
from Adura to Makwe.
Makwe,
yeah,
okay.
Makwe.
Coming from Adura, and you go to Manmagul, and then you go to Luanyagal, and then Long Jok, and then you continue up to Chadier.
Today we are very happy for you and Dr. Gek. You are here today. We thank God a lot for you. And we go back to lead our people from church, from our community. Know that we are meet you and they need your picture. And that's why we take the camera. They will be happy to. We are very, very happy.
Assure the people that
please keep
we
that
are fully united.
Keep doing that thing good for us, for Sudanese. Yes. To work together. And I know that God bless you.
Assure the people that we are fully united. This unity will be consolidated. We have only one enemy, and that's the government.
We know that there will be no one to take this peace away from you.
Look at short yourself because the time of the chairman.
Chairman and with Zamat Kakutu.
Look at Lord Kier.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, for giving us this golden opportunity to express ourselves and to get what you have to say face to face. So we really appreciate, and we also appreciate the government of this country for the warm welcome that they gave us last year and in summit. I myself am one of the lost people as being so-called, and I left home in 1987. I have to thank you personally because the time when we took most of the boys to Ethiopia, we didn't know actually what happened there. And when we went to Ethiopia, that time the first time we went to Ethiopia, we dictated ABCD.
You were in Fanyodo?
Yes.
I gave you your first lessons.
Yeah. You gave us ABCD, and right now you can give us a lesson. Not let it right now because that's part of the function that you have given us. And that one, when we move from exile to exile, we were having a hope that since you have revealed the valuable education to us, then we can make real use of it. And in everything that we have been going through, we are having a hope that one day we have the education that we are after it. And you have shown us that this is what I want you to do, the education. And we really thank that. And it's true that chance knocks one, and when God has given us that opportunity to come to this country, although we have no parent in this country, those chances that we have here, and the God that has been keeping us safe in all the places that we have been moving, will give us every single one in this country. So, what I want to say is to actually to support what has been said by Mr. Guy, that we are also part of the movement, and we want to be connected to it. So, like here, we want to know our role, the role that we have to play right now to the government of our country. And even if government starts sometime in every corner, and whatever that we contribute, so it doesn't matter that like when you complete your education, then you have to do good things for the government. Like right now, the base level that I have right now, I can do something in my country. If there is a connected way that I can do it, in terms of contribution of what, or in terms of what I can do material, although I'm not financially stable, but like what you have said before, that's what normally happens. Most of us in this country, we work ditches, we put cards in the store, and then we do some other work that sometimes cannot be mentioned.
I did all that.
We don't feel upset because of all this, because we are looking for something. When we talk of, sometimes our identity cannot forget.
I did the tasseling. The tasseling of corn.
Our identity cannot let us forget our home. Although most of us here have some parents, and that will not make us not go back. Because the land by itself that make us nurture us for a couple of years before we left Sudan, and make us having a hope that we can go back to the country. So I hope God has given us this opportunity to come here, and the home by itself will make us to go back. And we have a hope that it's our time right now to do something for our country. And we really appreciate that you came here over to see us face to face. Thank you very much for taking your time out of everything that you do to come and meet with us. We really appreciate, and we hope God is great. Everything will be united back home. We will also be united with you. And I hope someday we will meet again in Sudan. Thank you very much for
Anyway, what I will say is like my reward or our reward to go and give to those soldiers who are fighting there for the right in Sudan. I will inform you like to go and tell them that we are here in United States, not to be like members of United States, but we are still over there with them. We were a little bit like 5 years the time that we flew away from our foreign without knowing what is going on in between SPLA and northern side, but now we are part of it. So you just go and motivate them that they are like your brothers in United States and they are in school, they are doing something for you, and then there will be a time that they will come still to join you and do something like whatever you do. So that is like a sort of motivation to tell them that we are here for them.
That's true.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Jones. It's second time now to meet you again.
When was the first time?
My first time was in Panjulu, and I was one of music, Islam music.
In the point of Islam music.
Yeah.
Your video pictures are still with us. When I was teaching you the ABC, you will know, you will recognize yourselves as small boys.
So thank you very much for what you do today to us. We drive yesterday from Machar to here to come to see you and to share some idea like the one colleagues say about it, like Uncle Benjamin and the rest of our lost boy. We are in Michigan. We have a lot of number over there, and we always. Last year it was our first time we celebration 16 May, which is everyone of American organization agency was asked us what the 16 May going on. What is the meaning of that? And we tried to bring it up, but English was very difficult for American to understand. So we put Uncle Benjamin to give some speech and William also. And then they was aware of that, or that is what was going on. Because we know only one thing, so independent. When you say that, we won't make our dependent. What was going on, because it's very complicated, and that is why we will make sure when we had you. When we had you that you came to DC and you will live in more state, we decided that it's easy for us, we meet you here, and then for the rest, the camera video we take it now, it will be our guarantee when we're going to make another meeting.
That we have met.
We'll say we were met, the chairman, and the rest of the people. But some people will say, no, what is guarantee? What is doing after you met? You go to Washington to take your photo somewhere, and then you come to tell us that you made friends. And now, I
That's
think,
the evidence.
and everybody will watch what you're talking, and they will see what you see in TV, and there are more, some news will going to come out. So I'm just glad to.
We are united. You are united at home. So you also in diaspora here. You also unite. Then you will celebrate the big 16th of May.
We are looking forward now. 16th of May, we're going to do it. We will do it, but all agencies now they are aware of that. When we do it, they know that there is something going on. And they keep the reminder when we're going to we find a place and we meet together as a lost boy and the community and the elders, and then we share what we do, and then we just do some play and we share some ideas and some news. And this year, I think will be very, very big 16 May, because we're going to have your cassette video, and then we'll share everybody will come with good ideas. And after that, we'll sit again, and then we'll share what we'll do. So thank you very much. Make our pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, nothing much than just saying thank you that we will tell everyone. What is so important is just saying, oh, thank you very much, and God is going to guide in the decisions that you're making. These are very, very important decisions, and for sure they're going to change our lives. Although there have been these differences that have been existing for a long time, misinformation that have been going on between the youth and the adult and others, we're praying very much that wherever there is God in it, there is a possibility of a change. And for sure, youths, especially the youth in our region, we've been working very hard to build the unity between ourselves and forget of the differences that we have had, especially in the refugee camps, and our hearts were carrying it on into wherever we are in other places. And we were the victims, and we still are. And to start all this, we have to find ourselves who we are and what is the meaning of what is being done in the first place. And so we are thanking you very much for such a unit that is taking place. And we pray that you'll be guided by God, and it will be something that is so successful, and we will be recognized in the world. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I think we will stop here and leave other functions to take place.
That's good. I wish you all the best. And Lost Boys, you can do lots of programs in the US. You can mobilize even the youth, the children in America. There was Farrakhan made something called the 1 million Man March on Washington. You marched from southern Sudan to Fanyudu, Dima, Tarpam. These were the areas of the now what are called Lost Boys now.
Walking with barefoot, without shoes.
That's right. And then you walk from 1991 when things got rough in Ethiopia. Then you walk to Fashala. From Fashala you walk to
Kenya.
First to Kapoita. And then you try to continue education around there. Then the government went on the offensive, took Kapoita, you found yourselves in Kenya. This is an odyssey. It's a journey.
Yeah.
One of the things you can do, those of Kier can discuss this with you. One of the things you can do is, for example, Lost Boys March on Washington. and mobilize the youth of America, not you alone. You know.
Oh yeah.
And say we want 1 million children. Farrakhan had 1 man march on Washington. 1 million children march on America to highlight the political problem in the Sudan and raise funds. Such activities would raise the political profile of our struggle. So you continue to think of ways and mechanisms of promoting the cause. This is it's another front. Last time I called it the 7th front, or I think the 7th front. I did a 6th front. So the first front